Welcome back to a sort of special episode of Rome Total War, Carthage Campaign, episode the 30th. And when we left off, yeah, I did declare everything had gone wrong. We've been kicked out of Africa, we've been kicked out of Sicily, we're reduced to basically Iberia at the minute. And while I did say in the last episode, yeah, that's it, we're going to restart, well, I'm sorry to mess you all about, guys. I know you're probably getting annoyed at me at this point because I'm just changing my mind like the weather. But I decided last night, after I finished recording the last episode, I decided, just before I do hit the restart button and basically delete all the save games to make way for new ones, I decided, you know what, I'm going to play a few more turns on my own, see what happens, because if I could like recover my finances, maybe it's worth staying in the game. So I did, I just auto-resolved battles, which I know is like the biggest sin in the world for me, but I just decided, because it was like 1 AM, I decided I just want to get through this quickly. It turns out if we can actually get Captain Eder out of Corduba, we can actually start making money again. And also if we kick out Admiral Marcellus, we'll make more money. So it's actually still feasible to get somewhere in this campaign. And not only was it feasible, while I never attempted it, it is actually possible we could try and capture Scalabis or Carthagonova, because I got to a point where I had about 5k in the bank. So what we are going to do, folks, is we're gonna keep having a go at it. We're gonna kick out Captain Eder, and we're gonna just try and rebuild. Kick out Captain Eder, and we'll put ourselves on the path to having money again. So yeah, this is path to having money again. So first and first, Admiral Marcellus, we're getting rid of him. We're keeping a Juliite out. And when I did do this simulation, I played about between 5 and 10 turns. I can't remember how many I did. Just basically blasted through them. And what happened was Romans don't bother pursuing me. As in, they're not very interested in venturing as far out to Parma apart from doing blockades. So for now, Rome might be content just to attack the Numidians for now. Obviously, we'll be dealing with the Romans again at some point in the campaign, but for now, we need to stay here and build up our strength again. So that's Admiral Marcellus kicked out. Let's deal now with getting Theopanes, to be honest, back to Corduba, and we're going to fight off Captain Eder. We're going to control both armies at once, so we're basically going to try and sandwich him, and that should result in an easy victory, because what we do know about the Spanish is they retreat easily. They are cowards. So if we start inflicting a hurt on his army, then that's where we're going to win. I'm going to take Philosia Ebustus out of AI control. I want to basically control both armies here. And we are against an army made up mainly of round shield cavalry, but there are Iberians, war dogs and skirmishers. So if we target the Iberians and the skirmishers, they're the weakest points in the army. They're the points that we're going to try and crack. Strength ratio is 10 to 7 in my ratio, though, because I'm bringing just over 2,000 men. They have less than 1,000. So really, this should be a winning battle for me. So yeah. Scrap what I said yesterday when I was sulking about losing the campaign. This is New Squawk. This is Positive Squawk, who's actually uploading extra episodes of Rome Total War this week because he wants to.
Many brave soldiers have seen the dawn. How many will see the sun sing in the west? How many of the enemy already pray for night? Now shout out to the gods. Shout your battle cries. Put true fear into the hearts of our enemies, oh noble soldiers!
Right, you heard the boss. Let's get this one over and done with. Now, for some reason, it looks like I'm not being able to control the other army, or at least I don't get to control where they deploy, actually. I think that's the key. I definitely did take them out of AI control. I know I did. But we're going to make our first line, so we're going to make a line of Iberian infantry, and I really should have merged some of his units, actually, just really because they're quite small and weak. But Balearics are going at the front of this army, and then Theopanes and his cavalry will be taking the wings. And I'm gonna have them march separately. I'm gonna keep my cavalry in a wedge formation. My round shield cavalry do seem to be more effective at charging when they are in a wedge formation. I guess that's just what wedges do. So let's get this battle over and done with. All these get started, so we can get control of our other armies, because our reinforcements are on the way.
Will they be enough for final victory?
So these guys are AI reinforcements. I swear to God, the button is fucking backwards on this game. I swear to God, I keep hitting the button to not be AI controlled, and then I just get AI controlled. Right, hopefully the AI doesn't let me down then, because this could be disastrous now. But the enemy is arranging themselves to face me, so what I am going to do is I'm going to be patient. I'm not bringing their skirmishers into an attacking range just yet, so what we could do is we could hold while my skirmishers cause some lag and just basically start throwing S2s at the Iberian infantry, which has got the attention of the... Oh dear, that's got the round shield cavalry's attention. This isn't going to go well. This is going to be a disaster now. Right, hierarchs, get behind. General, get moving. You lot better be in a guarding position because you guys are about to get squashed by a lot of cavalry. But some of the cavalry is pulling back. Right, round shield cavalry. We need to get some assistance going. My guys are going to crack. Oh my God, they've actually cracked. All right. This isn't going too bad then. We're going to make some of the enemy round shield cavalry crack. Right, general. Focus on the ones attacking our Iberian infantry. I forgot my Iberian infantry somehow do well when they're defending and not when they're attacking. It's a strange phenomenon. Hierarchs, ceasefire. Don't want to hit my own general now. Right, kill their general. I know he's a captain, but still, I'd still feel happier if he was dead. And come on, I see him. He's surrounded. You've got no chance, mate. There we go, dead.
The enemy general was a fool. He sacrificed himself rather than leading his men to a dignified defeat.
Right, rearrange our formation. Looks like the Spanish are either retreating or they're going after the reinforcements now, which I can't control for bullshit reasons. So hopefully they don't go and get too many of themselves killed. Right, some of the cavalry is moving around. I think they're going to try and pull off another flank attack. Oh no, they're just getting ready. Right, let's start bringing our infantry forward then. Start bringing the hierarchs forward again because I want the hierarchs to try and get some moves off. Yeah, I'm bringing the skirmishers forward because I haven't really even utilised them yet. Right, well, round shield cavalry, you know what, you quickly dispatch those skirmishers while the enemy cavalry is otherwise distracted. Hierarchs, ceasefire. Don't need you just yet. Very good. Yeah, that was a good one, round shield cavalry. That is how we deal with the Spanish. Cutting them down. Like they're just wheat. Oh, well, they're not wheat, they're chaff, aren't they? Fucking hell. These guys aren't good at their job. Right. Cavalry, let's start chasing down. While the enemy is preoccupied with our backup force, let's focus on getting some nice rear charges in while the enemies are looking at us. This is what we call a 1-2 hammer sandwich, hammer and hand milling. Because we didn't even get to fight those war dogs, but the enemy made them retreat, so that's good for us. And actually, none of my forces are retreating. Quite a few of them are dead. Mainly town militia getting killed by war dogs, but oh well, what can you do about that? But yeah, my forces are doing very well. Round shield cavalry just got right to the back of those Iberians. General's throwing himself into there as well. That's a little bit risky, General. I would be careful with that, but whatever. Oh, we won. Alright, free for all. Don't kill Carthaginians, just kill Iberians. Simple as that, but don't kill our own Iberian infantry. That would be foolish, wouldn't it? There we go, that was a good run down there, lads. Right, chase down those warhounds. You know what, let's make it a total annihilation now, because I am just happy with where this is going. See, there is still hope in this campaign now. I shouldn't have been so sulky and pessimistic and negative-y. I should really just fight these ones to the end, because you know what? I may have had my ass kicked by a lot of other factions, but you know what? I think I can take on the easy faction. That's what I'm going to do. Pick on the easy prey for now. Build myself up to a point where I'm just big enough to take on the Romans. But it's going to be an uphill struggle, a very big one. I mean, I did actually browse some forums, or at least I skim-read some about how Carthage plays in the Grand Campaign. And basically, a lot of people just say that Carthage is basically the worst faction to play as. Like, militarily, they're not good because, yeah, let's face it, these guys don't have the best army in the world. But also just in the campaign map, tactically, they get fucked easy because basically every faction hates you pretty early on in the campaign. Because apparently attacking or conquering most of Numidia actually automatically triggers the Egyptians to go to war with you. And then the Romans will go for you, then the Iberians will go for you. Basically no one will like you if you play as Carthage. It's true, no one does like me though. No one does like me in this campaign. Not one faction. But either way, that's a nice unit successfully run down into the mud. Right, just chase down what's left of those skirmishers, and then we can call that a good day home. There goes a dog, by the way. Well, he's trying to run away. Now you're running away properly, aren't you? Hopefully we'll never see that dog again. Its weird, jaggy, sharp teeth that are very badly animated. Right, spread out into a wider formation, cavalry, so you can sweep down more of them. There we go. You guys... Oh, these are AI reinforcements. Right, I was going to say, you don't need to bother running yourselves, guys, because you are tiring yourselves out, but fine. Because the AI wanted to control you so badly, we'll let the AI do it then.
Ready.
Right, is that everyone dead? No, there's still one unit left in this battle, apparently. I'm just looking at my map. Who's left? That guy way over there. Well, he's too far away for me to deal with, so you get to live today. You get to be the sole survivor, apart from all the other guys who run away. But there he goes, running away in a very, very, very dignified running animation. Just looking like he shit himself. Goodbye, goodbye. Hopefully we'll never see you again. Or if we do see you again, maybe you'll think you could get really, really brave and stop the Carthaginians. Well, fuck off. I'm conquering your little peninsula, lad. I'm conquering your little peninsula. Just got to build up some money first.
Victory is yours!
And there we go. Victory is mine. So, overall, losses were quite minimal on my side. Captain Adair barely got any kills in. I think only really that initial cavalry charge he pulled in quite quickly was the one. And I know he did it with the intention to make me panic, but luckily I did keep my cool this time around. Just brought my cavalry round the back, and yeah. Round shield cavalry do break easily, and I just use that to my advantage. And overall, yeah, a good battle for me, actually. Theopanes did 544 kills. That's my army. The other army did 178. So yeah, if his army isn't going to do the best, but one of his Iberian infantry actually brought in over 100 kills, so they were MVP. Though my cavalry really was the MVP, bringing in 400 kills combined. So yeah, good battle, good battle. Let's get back into the town, start building up our money, and then we can focus on getting to a point where we can start retraining, replenishing, and building. So that's the goal now. We've kicked. Oh, by the way, that's a famous battle. By the way, the battle we fought in the last episode is now considered a famous battle. So that is the Battle of what's this territory called? Baetica Bridge. The Battle of Baetica Bridge, 242 BC, where I basically made a square formation and fucked the Spanish up.
Mighty general.
I was good in that battle. Anyway, you lot me get back to Corduba. So Corduba's doing a little better now. Let's try and put the taxes up as high as we can. No, that's gonna get us the money. Oscar, I've got the taxes up as high as I can get away with here. I can't get away with very high taxes. Parma, I've got the taxes up as high as I can. So now, just to prove my thinking, I am actually going to jump to the next turn. We shouldn't get attacked, hopefully, because I have no troops out on the move. So let's jump to the next turn and see what happens. And there we go. So we're on the next turn. As you can see, my financial situation is now considerably better. We're only 684 denarii in the hole. So our money is coming in. What's our upkeep at the minute? Our upkeep is 4,034 though. So our total income adds up to 7,116. So basically, we are still running our campaign on a shoestring. Looks like Ortzi of Tartessus is on his way to deal with me though. He's sending a very small army though, so if he basically comes to me, we're going to deal with him very quickly. But what we're going to do is we are going to jump to the next turn. Admiral Ciceron, by the way, you want to jump into the harbour just so you're safe. Don't want any random Romans attacking you. So we're going to jump to the next turn. We're going to see what happens, and hopefully if things play out in the same way as I did in like my little simulation I ran, we shouldn't get attacked, or we will get attacked, but it should be something we can deal with. So next turn, please. Right, so we are besieged again, but as you can see, money is positive now. We have 296 denarii, so we are now back in the positive, which means I can spend a little bit of money doing some retraining in where I can afford to retrain. So there we go, that's some retraining done. And then, well, next episode, guess what? We're dealing with Captain Texeru. We'll be sailing forth, we'll be dealing with him, because yeah, I can't really afford to lose Corduba, but we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that. But you know what? There's still hope now. There's still a chance we can win this campaign. Well, maybe not win. Winning the campaign is fucking miles away now. But you know what? There's a chance where we can get to a point where we'll be stable. We'll be considered a proper faction again, and then we can start making ourselves a little revenge list. So we are making the right moves. Faction announcements, by the way. Hiram Tunis did die. He was one of my diplomats. He was all the way over here, where I really stopped caring about him because every other faction stopped caring about me. But Anibus Volubis, by the way, he now has a Priest of Baal, which gives us a discount on trading agents and +1 to law. Another diplomatic information. Yeah, the Romans have gone to war with the Numidians. Now that they no longer see me as a threat, they're going to start their invasion of Africa. This means that if the Romans do win, taking Africa and taking back my homeland, basically, is going to be a major pain. But it's what we're going to have to deal with. I brought this upon myself, so I will have to come back to my homelands one day, my rightful claim. But for now, I claim Iberia as my own. We'll deal with Captain Texru on the next episode, but for now, that's where we're going to call it a week. So I will see you on the next weekend for Total War. I know I've done an extra episode, but that was mainly because I've done... Oh, I set my... I don't want to talk to you, but if you want ceasefire, I'll have a ceasefire, by the way. Nah, but I don't want a ceasefire, right? I meant to put my spy in Lillibane. But yeah, I know we did an extra episode this week, but that was because I wanted to just prove we could actually win this camp. Well, not win the campaign, but as you can do, we can still get out of a defeat zone, which we are slowly dragging ourselves out of now. So, you know what, it's worth it. If we... Enough patience, enough trying, we can get ourselves into a good position again. Lillibane, by the way, is very heavily garrisoned. That's going to be a hard town to take. I'll put my other spy in Masana, actually. Masana is still so weakly defended. Masana's where it all went wrong in this campaign. If we'd have taken it the first time around, or at least held on to it, or at least, you know, the second time around, after just a really good battle where we lost... what was it? Hasdrubal? When we lost him, I mean, I think that was just a key point where we lost, really. Still, we'll have to deal with it as we go. But that is where we're going to call it an episode for real now, my friends. So I will see you on the next weekend for more Total War. The reason why these episodes are out just a little bit later is because I just wanted to get Inside finished all in one go, actually, just because it didn't feel right to do episode 9 of Inside and then just sort of like have a pause and then 4 episodes of Total War and then the final episode of Inside. I just wanted to get that all over and done with. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all on the next weekend for more Rome Total War. So I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you all on the next episode. Hopefully we're going to beat back Captain Texaru with his... Well, I know his army's crap because I know it's a very unbalanced army, so that's where we're going to beat him. So I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you all on the next episode, my friends. Goodbye.